L Famous, living my life, not thinking about it twice. Don't be scared to like, subscribe, or share this dope content if you like it. You heard? Let's get it. Let's get it. Now, this story is about Fat Joe. You heard? He trending lately. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe is on the internet. You heard? Talking about podcasters. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what podcasters he's talking about, you know what I'm saying? Or if he's talking about everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's doing podcasting. You heard? That's not an entertainer. But he's trending right now. So it's better. What would be better than to give a Fat Joe story? You heard? Huh? Yeah, Fat Joe story. Yeah. Let me tell you a little couple things. All right. First time I heard about Fat Joe was, you gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta let them know, Joe. Bust it, wreck it, killed it. You heard? Fat Joe been my dude. You know what I'm saying? You heard? On Musically, you heard? He was my dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He wasn't my best dude. You know what I'm saying? I used to, back in the days, it was Slick Rick, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? Rakim, Coogee Rap. You know what I'm saying? I like the dudes like Cool C. You heard? Glamorous Life. You know what I'm saying? So I like the variety of rappers. You know what I'm saying? But when Fat Joe came out, he was my dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he had some shit. You know what I'm saying? Can't take nothing away from Fat Joe. He had some joints. You know what I'm saying? And he was Spanish brother coming up out the Bronx, spitting that raw. You know what I'm saying? But my first run-in with Fat Joe, I believe, was back in, I think, 90, when I was on, like I told dudes, I was on the JV basketball team in Taft. You heard? And Morris High School was in our zone. It was in our zone school to play basketball. They was in our league. You know what I'm saying? We used to play Morris, Gombers, Smith, Evander, Truman. It was a few schools that was in our league. You know what I'm saying? Because they had it broken down. We didn't play Clinton, Walton, and all them other schools. You heard? We played Clinton on a scrimmage though. But one day, Taft JV, we had a basketball game at Morris High School. So this is like 1990. You heard? Know what I'm saying? So boom, we walking up to Morris, you know what I'm saying, the basketball team from Taft, you know what I'm saying? And I remember seeing a fat Spanish dude, a chubby Spanish dude. He wasn't fat at that time like that. He was chubby, you know what I'm saying? A chubby Spanish dude and some other dudes standing right in front of the school, you heard? And everybody that know Morris has a small interest. So the dudes were standing right in front of the school. So I remember Fat Joe looking up to him about, what we walking up, he like, yo, what school y'all coming from, B? What school y'all coming from? We like, Taft. He like, oh, word, Taft? He like, y'all coming to play Morris in basketball? We like, yeah. He's like, yeah, B, bust they ass, B, bust they ass. So me and my niggas started laughing because we was bugging like, yo, here there's some niggas from Morris, you know what I'm saying? That's hanging out in front of Morris. They telling us to bust these dudes' ass in basketball. You heard? So we was bugging out over that laugh and walking into school. And I think we won that game too. You know what I'm saying? Boom. We didn't bust their ass, but we won that game by a couple of points. So boom, that was the first time with me, noticing Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. So then, this is like 1993 or like 1993 or 1992. No, I think it was 1993. Early or late 92, Fat Joe is standing at Taft High School with a stack of flyers in his hand. You heard? And me and my man is on the other side of the street, and it's mad people out there, but for some reason, Fat Joe only came up to me and my man and he asked us how old we was. We told him how old we was, and he gave us a flyer, you heard? but he didn't give nobody else that was out there no flyers. We didn't see him give nobody else really no flyers because I guess it was really nobody. He didn't see nobody up there that looked like they could be flowing the fever. You know what I'm saying? But us, you know what I'm saying? So he came up to us, asked us our age, gave me and my son Parks a flyer, you know what I'm saying, and said, come to the fever, you heard? It was free, you know what I'm saying, before a certain time. And guess who was performing? Kool G Rap, you know what I'm saying? Kool G Rap. He was giving out flyers for the fever for Kool G Rap, Fat Joe. You know, for Goondi, you heard? This when the fever was on Webster, Tremont and Webster, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So boom. That's the second time with Fat Joe. So now, me and my team, we start going to the fever. We go to the fever, we fall in love with the fever. We in the fever every week, 3 times a week. Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, whatever day is popping, you heard? Seen everybody performing the fever from Nas to Wu-Tang Clan twice, seen Nas twice, seen KRS-One tear it down, seen Buckshot Shorty and them tear it down, seen Smith and Wesson them tear it down, seen MOP and them tear it down. Come on, B, I seen everybody in the fever. I even seen Lady of Rage come through and tear it down when at the height of her career when she had that Afro Puff joint out. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Doo-Wop brought Lady of Rage, you heard, to the fever, you heard? Doo-Wop was the man. Doo-Wop was the DJ for the fever, you heard? The legendary Doo-Wop, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real, B. You know what I'm saying? And I think Tony Touch, a lot of dudes used to tear that joint up. You know what I'm saying? What's the other Spanish dude? Tony Touch, mad dudes used to tear that fever up. But when Doo-Wop had that joint, it was another thing. It was a movie, you heard? It was a movie, you know what I'm saying? Now boom. So now we in the fever. Fat Joe ran with a bunch of gangster Spanish brothers, you heard? Mad gangster Spanish brothers, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Hack Tech and all them niggas used to be in the fever. You had B.O. and all them in the fever. You had Showbiz and all them in the fever. You had Pistol Pete and them used to come through in the fever. Everybody used to come through the fever. I done seen everybody, all the gangsters, all the official dudes, you know what I'm saying? Hack Tech, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Gangsters, B. You heard? From all over the Bronx, all over the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And people, a sprinkle of other boroughs too. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. Everybody used to know when them other boroughs come in the fever, they was quiet in the fever. You heard? They played it. They was on their best behavior because I'm telling you, B, you gonna get whipped out, shot, or hurt in the fever, B. You bring up that ruckus, B. You bring up that ruckus, B. You had Showbiz and them dudes in there. You heard? You had B.O. and them dudes in there. You heard? You had Fat Joe and them dudes in there. You heard? You had Mr. P and them dudes coming through. You heard? Bro, the fever was a terror dome, but you could go there and have a good time. If you was official, nobody was messing with you. You heard? Nobody was messing with you. Me and my team that had no problems in there. We knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? Then after the fever, dudes hit up Olympic and all that. You know what I'm saying? You heard? I'm telling you, B. No, I'm getting confused. Olympic was the little later on. Skate Key, Tunnel Days and all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, B. You know what I'm saying? That, Fat Joe ran with a bunch of Spanish brothers that was wild. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it official. You know what I'm saying? You heard? I remember another time I was hanging out with Mecca Audio Unique peoples, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And from Harlem, you heard? And Unique wasn't with us that day, but I hung out with Mecca Audio Unique one time at the Fever with his peoples when something happened with his peoples with Showbiz and his peoples, and Unique should remember that one, but I ain't gonna spit it. But this time I was with Mecca Audio Unique peoples from out of Harlem, and we was at a sports bar on over there by Hughes Avenue, you heard? right off of Hughes, is a block or two blocks away from Hughes Avenue. I forgot that sports bar name. You heard? And was at that sports bar, and I remember Fat Joe and them was having a party or something in there. They peoples was having a party in there, so they was crazy deep, and they was going in at the same time we was going in. So when they was going in, the bouncers and them, you know, they held us up like, yo, we gotta let these dudes in first, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they had something to do with the spot, you know what I'm saying? It was actually their party, you know what I'm saying? And the dudes that I was with, Mecca Unique Audio Peoples, I think nigga was kind of drunk, you know what I'm saying? So I remember him saying some smart shit to the bouncer or to the niggas in there, or getting into like a little war words with one of the Spanish dudes that Fat Joe came with. And I just seen them niggas, before anybody could say anything, niggas just start setting it on them. Boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom. So then one of the Spanish dudes pulled out a knife and was about to stab him up. And then that dude, I think that dude Flex, I never forget him, Flex. I think I heard he passed away. Flex, God bless the dead, Fat Joe Peoples. Flex was like, let him live, let him live, let him live. And the dude that was gonna stab up the dude stopped in mid in doing it. You heard? And just stopped. You know what I'm saying? And let up off him. And the dudes, because he had dudes hitting him, and then he had a dude who was about to stab him up. And then you seen mad dudes forming. You seen dudes holding like this. You seen a dude pull out a knife about to stab him up, and dudes just poking. Punching him up. You heard? And he was backing up out the door, out the club, all the way down the block, and they was beating him up down the block. And the dude was pulled out the knife about to stab him, and the dude Flex started screaming, "Let him live! Let him live!" I'll never forget it. He like, "Let him live! Let him live! Let him live!" The Spanish dude put the knife away, pulled back off the nigga, and they stopped beating the nigga up, let the nigga get a chance to run off in the street to get away. And then he ran in the street with us, you know what I'm saying? Because we was standing in the street. We didn't run. We was just standing in the street because the way it happened, we didn't know if they was gonna pop on us too, because they knew we was with them, but it wasn't a situation like that. They wasn't popping on us. They was just popping on him. And being that we wasn't popping on them either, everything happened the way that it's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? They gave him the dude Flex said, "Let him live, let him live." And the dude, the knife, put the knife away. You know what I'm saying? Because he was about to dead stab the dude up. You know what I'm saying? Something terrible. You know what I'm saying? And that would have been an ugly scene. And I remember we got out of there. We jumped out of there. We got out of there. And them dudes wasn't hanging with us no more. You heard? Them niggas, that was it. You heard? Because that was the second incident with them niggas coming to the Bronx to try to party, and it wasn't going down like that. You heard? It wasn't going down like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Fat Joe and them people, Fat Joe used to hang with a bunch of crazy Spanish bros. You heard? Crazy Spanish bros. I heard they all got killed, or they all went to jail, or they all, you know what I'm saying, fell back. But most of them died and went to jail. That's what I heard about that crew with Fat Joe. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Anybody know? Fever days. Fat Joe was the truth. You heard? So for Fat Joe, salute. You heard?